Toyotaro said what? What's canon? Everything. You see the clickbait title and the even more clickbait thumbnail, but today I want to talk about some statements that were recently made by the head writer currently in charge of the Dragon Ball franchise, Toyotaro. And honestly, everyone's taking it in a way that I was not surprised people took it. Essentially, I even got it wrong. Like, I posted a video on my TikTok talking about it, and I thought like he literally just said everything was canon, but he really said everything was canon to him, more or less. Which a lot of people, they're like finagling it, like, oh well, he's the head writer, so if everything's canon to him, you could theoretically say everything's pretty much canon, just in a different timeline, because that's basically what he said. But because he said that, and because Dragon Ball fans are who they are, now everything is essentially canon because the author said it. Now granted, Toriyama never said it, or Toriyama did say something similar to that. He said something like, oh, everything's in the timeline, but it's just all in different timelines and different universes. But that has been now reiterated, and all over my timeline, all I've been seeing is just Goku gets the real upscale, Goku follows fiction. But y'all know who gets real upscales? My nigga Goten. Oh my god, now I can pull out some random shitty ass Super Saiyan 4 version of Goten and be like, yep, that's my goat, that's canon. Can I tell you anything that happened in that timeline? Fuck no. But it all just stems down to how much I want to believe, because really, since everything is more or less canon, of course there's already the licensed shit, but that means Dragon Ball Heroes is canon. And if you've ever seen Dragon Ball Heroes, you know what type of slop fest is in there. It's just transformation after transformation after transformation. Bro, CC Goku is literally one of the most cracked forms of Goku of all. Not even one of the most, probably the most cracked form of Goku we've ever seen. This nigga absorbed enough energy from the universal tree that it is equivalent to 12 universes. 12 fucking universes. Do you know how ridiculous that shit is? But guess what? I bet you in every death battle, in every debate, someone's gonna be like, whoa, what about CC Goku? What does he do against them? And then everyone's gonna have to be like, well, fuck you. Because again, CC Goku, it's not the strongest character in fiction, but it gives Goku a very great, beautiful upscale. Like, I even see GT fans celebrating. I'm like, okay, y'all get y'all win. Everyone in the different franchises get their wins. You know what I mean? I've seen multiple tie shows of people putting up like literal fan art that I've been seeing since being in the Dragon Ball community for so long. Like, for example, Super Saiyan 100. You would be wrong if you guessed this thumbnail wouldn't be Super Saiyan 100. I'm definitely going to put the thumbnail as Super Saiyan 100. And all I was going to say is canon. Because guess what? That shit's canon now. Goku's son with a Supreme Kai, Zycor, is now canon. Gokan, the fusion between Goku and Gohan, is now canon. If you got a problem with any of it, you just gotta deal with it, because that's what Toyotaro said, and what Toyotaro says goes. I'm sorry, because that's literally how me, because I'm part of the Dragon Ball fandom, I think I earned that right. I watched the show like a decade ago, and I've been interactive with the community since. Have I been less interactive now? Yes. But am I still part of the fandom? Yes. But I've been waiting for the actual official confirmation. Now, like I said before, Toriyama, he always would like kind of say, oh yeah, everything's kind of canon. Like, over the years, I would just hear different statements about Toriyama, and I would be very confused and conflicted. Now, granted, I was like 12 trying to figure out if GT and all these other shits are canon. You know what I mean? But then once I realized they weren't, I just kept enjoying the projects I would see. Like, for example, I used to be watching hella projects of Dragon Ball on YouTube back in like the mid 2010s, late 2010s, just because that used to be when like you would see all the art projects, hella different forms. Like, I remember seeing like a Black Piccolo form one time, and this man was insanely strong. Guess what? That's canon. You know what I mean? Like, I'm happy he did this, or he said that, because that just supercharged the entire Dragon Ball community. Now, Is there going to be arguments in the comments like, well, you can't use that just because he himself just considers it to be canon to him? Probably. You know what I'm going to respond to? Super Saiyan 5 Goku is canon. You know what? I don't feel bad for my TikTok video anymore, because even though in that video I was like phrasing it like everything is indefinitely canon, because I thought that Toritaro literally said, oh yeah, everything's canon. Since it's canon more or less to him, he's writing the shit, it's canon more or less to me. And even Toriyama, he was on around the same line of thinking. Now again, he had changed his mind multiple times in multiple interviews. I heard multiple things. I heard him say things like GT isn't canon, it's just another series in a different universe. And then I heard him say things later on, like in the 2020s, like, oh, GT's close, or GT is technically canon, but it's in a different universe. I've heard both of those, so I don't know. But what I do know is that now I can just bold-faced lie to anyone's face and say, oh yeah, Future Trunks Super Saiyan 4, Future Trunks Super Saiyan God, Future Trunks Super Saiyan Blue, that's all canon. Same with Gotenks Super Saiyan Blue, Ultra Ego Vegito, Ultra Instinct Gogeta. Like, it's the possibilities are just endless, and I love it. But if y'all enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You know, we're on the road to 5K, so anything helps. And until next time, peace.